We're at night number 2 at East Bay Raceway. Joey Saldana won last night's feature. Had a tough time getting around Danny Smith, but then from there on it was all you.
Well, I mean, we got pretty lucky there. I was getting pretty good there on that long green, and I about got in the back of Danny Smith there and spun us both out. So luckily they had a yellow, and I could regroup, and on the restart I got by him, and then after that it was over.
A little earlier in the race, you were fighting with Danny Lasowski quite a bit. He seemed to have a little something for you. I think if you could have gotten around Danny a little earlier, you would have had to fight him off?
I mean, Danny Lasowski's got more money and the best car down here, so he should be running up front. He's been around longer than half these guys have been even thinking about racing sprint cars, so if he wasn't up front, you'd think there was something wrong. So, you know, Danny's going to be up front every night, and for a guy like me, where you're just trying to make a name for yourself against these guys, you just got to go out and do the best you can, and if you can keep them behind you at the end of the night, then they read your name instead of theirs in the paper, and people think, well, maybe this kid can drive. So hopefully we can keep it up and keep that Tony Stewart car behind us.
Now, you were down here 2 weeks ago for the King of the 360s event, running your car with a 360 in it. I know they handle a lot differently, but did you learn anything about the track in that week?
Yeah, actually the track was a lot more fun to race on the first 2 nights, and then it rained and the track was terrible. And you think the guy prepping the track could have seen that. You know, one night I started 20th and run 6th, and I started 11th and run 3rd. So there's passing going on, and last night I don't think the fans saw very much passing. So if they get the track slicker, that's what these cars like. They can't have any cushion, or the track's got to be somewhat slick if you're going to see any racing at all. It's just the way these cars were built. If you get any moisture in the track, you know, these things with the wing on them, you just run around there wide open, and on a track this small, it's hard to pass somebody. And you saw that last night in the feature. I mean, Danny Smith, you know, ran a heck of a race, and you know, if they wouldn't have had that yellow, he probably would have won it, because the only reason I got by was the restart, and when a track's that tacky, it's hard to pass.
You took him on the outside, but the low side seemed pretty good. It's just not enough racetrack is basically what the problem was. I guess it didn't ever really widen out, huh?
Well, it's just on a track like this, once you get rolling, if you can run wide open around the bottom and wide open around the top, the bottom's a shorter way around, so you're always going to be faster around the bottom. And on the restart, it's just who can get the best momentum into the first corner and drag race down the back straightaway. And luckily I beat him in the corner and beat him down into turn 3, and you know, then he has to drive around me. So it just worked out to our favor last night.
All right, the winner of last night's feature, Joey Saldana. Good luck tonight, Joey. Here with Danny Smith. Danny, good run last night. Almost held him off, and All-Star almost got the win.
Yeah, that was pretty disappointing to lead all that way and then come up a little short at the end. But all the years I've been racing, we've been on both ends of the sticks. You just got to keep your head up and go for it tonight.
If that caution hadn't come out, do you think that would have been your deal?
Actually, when the caution come out, I was glad to get out of traffic, because I didn't know how close they were. As it turned out, it probably did hurt me, but yeah, I've been running the middle of the track in 1 and 2, and on the restart, that's where I went, and we just didn't stick as good. Joey got the run on me, and the rest is history.
Track was a little wet last night. Was this your kind of track, or are you looking for something a little drier?
Actually, it was pretty racy, a little too fast. Once you got the lap cars, they were going about the same speed. Maybe a little drier would be nicer to race on.
Now, you've been down to this track a lot of times. A lot of new clay this year, though. Has that affected you much? A little bit harder to set up for?
Over the years, we got a decent setup. This track's usually the same week in and week out when we're here. And from year to year, we kind of got a nice little setup that works good, and we just kind of stick with it.
All right, Danny Smith, good run last night, 3rd place finisher.
Thanks a lot.
Mike Wagner on the track now, the number 12 car, the Apple Chevrolet, Greg Hodnett. 12.872, first lap on Greg Hodnett, the driver out of Memphis, Tennessee. $12.783. This is flying Ryan Flynn from Chico, California. This will be car number F1. He had a little tangle in a practice session a while ago. Car number F1, flying Ryan Flynn from Chico, California. 12.723, a good first lap time on Ryan Flynn. 12.874. 12.874. Hello. On the track now in car number 22 is Rodney Duncan. Rodney Duncan from Lockbourne, Ohio. Quick time, 12.581. 1-2-5-8-1. That's the fastest time so far tonight for Rodney Duncan. It's quicker, 12.450. 1-2-4-5-0 for Rodney Duncan. Look out, here comes Danny Lasowski. On the track in the Tony Stewart, number 20, the driver from Dover, Missouri, Danny Lasowski. .12.336. He's getting down there close. 15/100ths of a second off the track record. New track record. New track record. 12.160. 12.160 for Danny Lasowski. Holy cow. On the track is a 00. No fear, Jim Neer from Waverly, Ohio. Jim Neer, the 00. .12.687. 12.687, first lap on Neer. 13.015. On the track is car number 45, Tim Schaefer. 45, Tim Schaefer from Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. Schaefer to 45. 12.526. 12.526, first lap time on Tim Schaefer. That's the third quickest. 12.588. 12.588. On the track now is the Strawberry Dash winner from last night, car number 20, Brian Ellenberger. Brian Ellenberger from Butler, Pennsylvania. 13.285. 13.285. One 3.201. Second lap time on Brian Ellenberger. On the track is 15K Chad Kimina from Fremont, Ohio. .12.746. That's 12.746 on Chad Kimina from 13.023. 13.023. Taking a green flag, car number 92 from Bloomington, Indiana. This is Kevin Huntley. Kevin Huntley in car number 92. .13.123. 13.123 on Kevin Huntley in 92. The 1999 360 King of the Winternationals from Hooks, Texas in car number 9. This is the Texan, Gary Wright. Gary Wright, the Texan. 12.873. 12.873. Got a little high. 13.013. 13.013. Well, up until a couple of minutes ago, he was the track record holder. He lost that tonight. From Elk River, Minnesota, the 2000 World of Outlaw come-out champion, Craig Delansky. 12.960. 12.960. First lap time on Craig Delansky in 7. 12.667, a good time, 12.667. And Craig Delansky with the 4th fastest time of the night, the 4th fastest time. On the track is car number 5, Byron Reed. Byron Reed from Monclova, Ohio. (13.121). 13.121, the first lap time on number 5, Byron Reed.
Mark Keegan out of Fremont, Ohio in the 92X car. Mark Keegan. (13.056). 13.056. (12.79). 12.953. 12.953 for Travis Ryland. 13.023. Next on the grid out of Norman, I believe it is Norman, Oklahoma, it's Danny Wood. 13.264 on the 2000 World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year. 13.108. 13.108. Joey Saldana, last night's feature winner in the number 17 car out of Brownsburg, Indiana. 12.745. 12.745 for Saldana. 12.456. That was it. 13.130 for the ASCS graduate. 13.107. 12.496. That's 4th fastest time. 12.441. Larry Pinnaker out of Des Moines, Iowa. 13.693. 13693. 12.602 for Jeff Shepard, the king of the 360s. 12.301, second fastest time for Jeff Shepard. 12.301. Dean Jacobs in the 22 car. Dean Jacobs out of Wooster, Ohio. 13.826. 13826. 13.7 Lee Pouch out of Frenchtown, New Jersey. 13.7 13-137 for Billy the Kid Pouch out of Frenchtown, New Jersey.
On the track now, car number 2L, Apollo, Pennsylvania, Ed Lynch Jr. Ed Lynch Jr., car number 2L. One 13-169. First lap time on Ed Lynch Jr. 12-9-4-1. 12-9-4-1. From Cordova, Tennessee, the channel lock number 1 of Sammy Swindell. Sammy Swindell. 13-0-0-0. Whistle will be a little quicker. 12-7-9-6. 12-7-9-6. Second lap. 12-7-9-6 on Swindell. On the track now is car number U2 from Elk Grove, California. This is Paul McMahon. 12-9-5-2. Paul McMahon, 12-9-5-2 in the U2. Twelve 8-8. And on the track now for 2 consecutive years, the All-Star Circuit of Champions champion, Kenny Jacobs. Holmesville, Ohio. 12-6-1-7. 12-6-1-7. First lap on Kenny Jacobs in the number 6. 12-9-1-9. And the Laney Motorsports team from Humboldt, Texas, car number 52, the 2000 King of the Winternationals champion, Ron Laney. 13-0-0-4. 13-0-0-4 for Laney in 52. Twelve 7-3-4. On the track now is car number 8H from Pleasant Hill, Iowa, the junior Holden car. This is Terry McCarl. 12-9-1-5. 12-9-1-5. 12-7-1-5. 12-7-1-5. Second lap time on Terry McCarl. And Todd Gracie takes a green flag in his first time lap. He's apparently stopped the oil leak off of the headers or whatever it was. He was smoking in the practice session. 13-3-4-4. 1-3-3-4-4. 12-7-9-4. 12-7. The first 10-lap heat race of the night, the Jared Butterford pace truck pulling back to the infield on the flag stand. Mr. Kenny Marshall looks him over. We're ready to go. Chad Keemanut, Craig Delansky, Lance DeWeese, Danny Lasowski, Kelly Kitzer. What a field, first heat. We go green. Craig Delansky. Delansky down on the inside. Here comes Lasowski. Keemanut running at third place. Kelly Kitzer fourth. And Lynch quickly at the fifth. The two track record holders that were sitting out there, Craig Delansky and now Danny Lasowski. third spot is Chad Keeman on Kelly Kitzer. Ed Lynch Jr. Lance Louise well back. And now Delansky hitting lap traffic down on the inside, getting by Joe Bastillos. He's okay. Lasowski down on the inside. Bastillos goes high to the outside. Keeman now still running third. Two to go. Lasowski trying to close down on Delansky. One left to go. One more time, and Lasowski's closing on Delansky. Not enough time to do it. Down to a checkered flag. Checkers Craig Delansky. Winning the KT Equipment Rental first heat race of the night, car number 7, Elk River, Minnesota's Craig Delansky. Man, are they fast. Running second, car number 20, Danny Lasowski. Third, Chad Keeman in the 15. Fourth goes to Kelly Kitzer. Fifth to Ed Lynch in the 2L. And sixth to Lance Louise. Only the top 3 cars go to the A main event. The next 3 go to the B main.
No start. Well, Kenny Marshall looks the field over. We're going green this time around. Green flag out for Paul McMahon. McMahon and Jeff Shepard. Now Jeff Shepard gets the lead down the backstretch. The Upperco Maryland king of the 360s. He's your leader. Looking fast tonight, Jeff Shepard. Jeff Shepard checks out on the field. Paulie McMahon second. Byron Reed third. Mike Wagner fourth. Kurt Winker fifth. Dean Jacobs. Len Thompson. Jared Hall. Jason Sides. Terry Fletch. And John Salamilch Jr. 2 laps to go this time around. 2 more times for Jeff Shepard. White flag out on Jeff Shepard. 1 more time to go. Shepard takes heat number 2, the JB Enterprises heat. Well, your winner of heat number 2, the JB Enterprises heat out of Upper Co, Maryland, the number 7R car of Jeff Shepard. Coming home in second, the U2 car of Paul McMahon, and Byron Reed will get third in that number 5 car. Those are your 3 qualifiers.
Ready to go green, the Crown Battery's third qualifying heat race of the night. Greg Hodnett sits on that front row inside. He's going to be awful hard to beat. A very fast runner, took that trophy dash last night. Jim Neer sitting on the outside. Tim Schaefer, Jason Johnson. Schaefer made a quick break to the inside, and Johnson got left out. He's running fourth. Tim Schaefer moves up into second. Jim Neer third. Jason Johnson is fourth. Brian Brown in the 2S. Danny Wood, the 21W, trying to make a move up into that field. He'd like to make that main event. Running in sixth. And JJ in the 72. Now getting in the left, driving Greg Hodnett down inside of Johnson on the outside. Tim Schaefer got him trapped. Tim Schaefer goes by. Tim Schaefer took the lead. Tim Schaefer has the lead. Greg Hodnett now running second. Jason Johnson's up into third. Jim Neer back into fourth. Jason Johnson on the inside of Doug Day, down the back straightaway with white flag this time for Tim Schaefer. Tim Schaefer. Checkered flag coming out. Well, there's a part of what you call racing luck. Greg Hodnett got caught in behind that 72 car of Johnny Johnson and couldn't go high or low. In the meantime, Tim Schaefer took advantage and took the lead. Your winner in the 45, Tim Schaefer. Second goes to the 12 of Greg Hodnett. Third goes to the 41 of Jason Johnson. Fourth to the 00 of Jim Neer. These next 3 cars will go to the B main event. The $2 car of Brian Brown, the 21W of Danny Wood, and the 4B of Tom Bush, winning the Crown Batteries heat race, the 45.
Well, looks like most of the field is there for heat race number 4. The Jared Rutherford Ford gets the white flag signal one more time around, and we'll go green flag racing. Todd Gracie and Terry McCarl on the front row. Coming out on Terry McCarl. Terry McCarl, Todd Gracie, the battle for third between Brooke Lively and Rodney Duncan. 25 car.
Oil out of the left side of his engine onto the exhaust system, and that oil was blowing up in fire. So the minute the flagman saw the fire, he brought out the yellow flag, and yet when the car slows down, no more oil is pumped out onto the exhaust system. Now what do? Well, the 25 car brought the yellow out. That's an automatic situation where if you bring out the yellow flag, you go to the rear of the field, and they should stop and check you for safety. Well, they're going to go with it, I guess. They're going to say it unnecessary yellow and let the lineup go the way it was. Okay.
All right, back to green racing, and it's going to be Terry McCarl, Todd Gracie, Rodney Duncan taking the 3 spots. And now moving on up to 4th, it's Sean Michael, the veteran out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. It'll be 2 laps to go this time around for Terry McCall. Coming around the checker flag this time around, it'll be Terry McCall getting the win. Todd Gracie coming home in 2nd and Rodney Duncan 3rd. Well, your winner out of Pleasant Hill, Iowa on the 8H car, Terry McCall coming home in 2nd, the number 25 of Todd Gracie. And Rodney Duncan in the 22 car will get 3rd. Those are your 3 cars advancing to the A main.
All right, ready to go. Mark Keegan sitting on that inside front row. He got some power packers right behind him for 2 consecutive years. Kenny Jacobs, the All-Star Circuit of Champions winner. And a green! Blake Peace dropped down to the inside very quickly, took over 3rd. Kenny Jacobs 4th. Gary Wright is 5th. Greg Wilson running 6th. Your leader, Ryan Flynn. Gary Wright stays down the low side. Gary Wright all the way through the inside. Got up against Blake Peace. Now goes up on the outside of the 10G of Flynn Guston. Flynn way out in front. Keegan running 2nd. Blake Peace is 3rd. Gary Wright is 4th. Kenny Jacobs running 5th. Greg Wilson is 6th. Kevin Huntley running back there in 7th. Coming out with a 2-lap single. 2 to go. 2 to go. Takes that white flag indicating 1 lap remaining, 1 more time around. Still the race was for 3rd place between Gary Wright and Blake Peace, and Peace is going to hold him off and take that 3rd and final transfer spot. Your winner from Chico, California, the F1 of Flying Ryan Flynn. Finishing in 2nd, car number 92X, Mark Keegan. 3rd goes to the youngster from Saybrook, Illinois, Blake Feast. Those 3 cars now go automatically to the main event. The next 3 to the B main. Finishing 4th, the number 9 of Gary Wright. 5th, the number 6 of Kenny Jacobs, and finishing 6th to the 63, Greg Wilson. We go now to Kim Sands.
Coming out, Laney gets the bite. Ron Laney. Laney checking out on the field. Swindell 2nd, Saldana 3rd, Smith, Johnson, Shank, Bunnell, Walter, Gleason. White flag this time around for Ron Laney. Checker flag, Ron Laney. I told you before that race started, Ron Laney is always fast when he's here, and he shot out of that starting gate like a rocket out of Humble, Texas. Ron Laney gets the win. Swindell comes home in 2nd and Saldana 3rd. So Laney going out on the road last year with the Come Out Series.
The Jared Butterford Pace Truck is on the speedway. This is a 12-lap race. And I sure hate to use that word, last chance. Last call for 50-50. Last call, 50-50. Yep. 12 laps, C main event, the top 2 cars out of each of these C mains. Look at all the cars. We've got a double C main tonight. 2 C mains, the top 2 cars moving up to the B main event. That's going to be tough, my golly. It's called a C feature. It's not a last chance deal. But if they don't make it in this one, they're just, well, they might have a chance for the Strawberry Dash. Greg Wilson, Steve King, here we go, 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 go. Steve King around the outside and Kevin Huntley on the move. Huntley around the outside and Greg Wilson down the back straightaway. Huntley takes over second, Greg Wilson is third. Danny Wood sitting there in fourth, goes around the outside, down the back straightaway, something happened to Kevin Huntley. Huntley's out of it. Danny Wood goes all the way to second. Ed Lynch has now moved up into fourth. Ed Lynch Jr. running fourth on the inside of Greg Wilson. Stephen King is checked out on the field. He's way out in front. Danny Woods running second. Ed Lynch is now running third. Greg Wilson is fourth. Ellenberger's up into fifth. Running sixth is Kurt Trainer. Ed Lynch trying to close in on Danny Wood, and Danny Wood's trapped behind a slower car. And now Lynch closes in behind Danny Wood. Steve King in the 88 is out in front. Danny Woods running second. Ed Lynch Jr. is third. Greg Wilson is running fourth on the inside. Brian Ellenberger is fifth. For second. The white flag will be coming out next time around. One to go. Ed Lynch Jr. Danny Woods running second. Ed Lynch is third. Winning the Georgia Marketing and Promotions First C main event from Jetmore, Kansas, the driver Steve King. What a great battle for second place, taking the second spot. Ends up the 21W of Danny Woods. Those two cars now go to the B main and get their time spots back. Well done, Stephen. Stephen King, and just what a nice young man. We had a chance to talk to him the other day. He lives just down the road a piece from the Flying Farmer that came out of Jetmore, Kansas, one of the great all-time super drivers, Davey Ross. Good to see you, Stephen. Said he learns a lot from Davey Ross, watching him race in the years he ran, and he grew up now to be a sprint car driver himself. I know a lot of you fans.
I think Bubba's hands, he's still riding a two-seater.
Wayne Johnson and Jason Sides, they have competed against each other on many, many occasions. And Johnson, the 2000 ASCS champ, on the move right at the start. Dean Jacobs in the Eldon 22, starting way back in the field. for J29, cruising away. To go. White flag coming out on Jason Johnson. Checker flag. Wayne Johnson out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, takes the win in the number 29 car, finishing second. Out of Bartlett, Tennessee, in the 7S car, Jason Sides. Those are your two cars moving on up to the B main.
As the photos and the publicity now will be carried nationwide by all of the track media that are here representing major magazines all across the United States. Congratulations to Fred and Joe and to Wayne Johnson. All right, the pace truck pulling in on the backside. Rodney Duncan sitting on that inside front row. He's always been fast here at East Bay. Jeff Shepard, a multiple-time winner at East Bay. Danny Lasoski, multiple-time winner. The newcomer is Jason Johnson at 41. Jason takes it out in front. Danny Lasoski around the outside. Jason Johnson around the outside. Down the back straightaway. Johnson is your leader. Jason Johnson trying to make his way into the 410 racing world and did an awfully good job of it. Jason Johnson, Kenny Lasowski. The youngster, the newcomer, the new guy on the block, and he's way out in front. Well, it pays to go quick, and here he comes. Oh, what a great run. When I was out in Tulsa, Oklahoma for the Chili Bowl this year, Emmett Hahn, the promoter there, told me to keep my eyes on this guy named Jason Johnson because he was going to be moving up into the 410 racing world coming out of the American Sprint Car Series. Look at this. He just stole the show. $1,000 cash goes into his billfold tonight. Jason. All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about a great big round of applause for our dash winner, Jason Johnson. Well done, Jason.
Well, Jason, you're $1,000 richer in a 6-lap dash, and you're fast.
It feels really good. I ain't never beat Daniel Osowski before, but I tell you, this shop diesel service built-wise is going real good. A lot of people don't recognize the crew guys. I work for Steve Kinzer. That's the guys that are putting this car up front. It's the two crew guys, Troy and Alan.
Well, maybe tonight in the A-main, you'll beat Danny Osowski just one more time.
We keep trying every night. Our most thing is we trying to get consistent, and it's real tough to do. I mean, them guys are real good. I mean, this is what we got is on the track, and we're going to give it our best shot.
All right, Jason Johnson, tonight's Fast Time Dash winner.
Thank you, Kenny. And down trackside, Mr. Don Goodson and the team from East Bay with some of the greatest strawberries in the world. Keep in mind, this is a point program. All the points adding up towards Saturday night's lineups. Every position you pass somebody in, more points. Every event is a point-paying event. We'll let you know by tomorrow night as to the point standings going into the Saturday night program. Here we go. Pace truck is going in. Holy cow, that front end up there. Lance DeWeese, Mike Wagner, Brooke Wively, Kenny Jacobs, Danny Smith, Jim Neer, Kelly Kinzer, Kurt Winker, Brian Brown, Shawn Michael, Gary Wright. Way back through the field. We get down to it. We go green, green, green. And we got them all safely through the first turn, and away we go. Gary Wright way up high on the outside. Got to work his way to the front. Gary Wright stays up high. Lance DeWeese is your leader. Mike Wagner, Brooke Wively, Jim Neer, Kenny Jacobs, Danny Smith, Kelly Kinzer, Shawn Michael way up high on the outside comes Gary Wright. Stays up high on the outside of that red and white number 9. Wright is on the move. He's got to get the top 8 to make the main event. Top 8 cars go to the main event. Keeping our eyes on Gary Wright. Travis Riley now falling back. Gary Wright continues to move forward. As the 88 of Lance DeWeese now lapping Jason Sides back in the middle of that field. And Lance DeWeese continues to pull away, even running through heavy traffic, the yellow 88 of Lance DeWeese. Well, back in second, Mike Wagner of 55, running third, Brooke Wively running fourth, Jim Neer. In fifth is Kenny Jacobs, in sixth, Danny Smith. Running seventh is Kelly Kinzer, running eighth is Shawn Michael, at ninth is Gary Wright. Kurt Winker running 10th, Travis Ryder running 11th. Stephen King is now in 12th. And a yellow car down on the inside. A 29 car of Wayne Johnson. What a battle back there for 7th, 8th, and 9th and 10th places. That's where the final transfer spot is. I'm not sure that the drivers know where they're running, but that's where the battle is. Some drivers very quick on the restart, some drivers not. This may make a big change in who goes to the A main and who doesn't, we'll see. They got to come single file down the front straightaway. The orange cone is way down here by the flag stand. once again goes to the outside. Right is on the move. The runner, Shawn Michael, pulled up to the outside. Brock Guerrero, white flag. Now it's white flag. 1 to go. Down this time with a checkered flag. Well, the man has seemed to have the courage on the outside, Gary Wright. As they come off that starting line, jump way up high to the outside. He got by 2 cars until Shawn Michael drifted up outside the wall, and still he came back to finish the top 8, putting him in the main. Your winner of the B feature event, Lance DeWeese in the 88, the Harris Racing Team car. Finishing second at 32 of Brooke Webley. Third goes to the 55, Mike Wagner. Fourth to 00, Jim Neer. Fifth to the 6 of Kenny Jacobs. Sixth to the 9 of Gary Wright. Seventh to the 4K of Kelly Kincher. And I've got unofficially in 8th the number 1 of Shawn Michael. That's unofficial, I believe, until I get the results from these scorers. All right, we're going to go green next time around. Go green next time around. The lost and found department. We just got a pair of glasses turned in with some side shields on them. A pair of glasses with some side shields. I think a lady was asking about those early on the night. Got wings on the side of the glasses, and also a videotape was turned in, dropped down below the grandstands.
Stephen King and Brian Ellenberger.
Ready to go, ready to go. Ellenberger, gonna be hard to catch him, big bucks on the line. Well, Stan and Don Gibson unloosen them billfolds. Here comes a big winner. Stephen King, Terry Pledge running third, Lynn Thompson is fourth. Halfway, and Brian Ellenberger, nobody even close to him. Two to go this time, 2 to go. White flag is out for Brian Ellenberger, the 20, way back. Stephen King second, the 29 of Terry Pledge. The 10 of Lynn Thompson, checkered flag. Well. You'd have to go a long ways in this country to find a feature race that pays $3,000. And Brian Ellenberger just did it in a 10-lap non-qualifiers Strawberry Dash. It's not a non-qualifiers dash. It's just the cars that didn't make it to the A main.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man with he's going to get a $3,000 paycheck for a 10-lap race. I don't think too many racetracks do that, but you know what? I talked to Mr. Colin, and tomorrow, if you win it, the track will give you $3,000. Don Goodson will give you $1,000, $4,000 if you win the dash tomorrow.
Well, we'll be back, that's for sure. You know, this is a pretty sweet deal, winning $3,000, and I can't thank Mr. Goodson enough. I mean, this is just fantastic. Once again, we struggled tonight, but fortunately, we got the car back together and took this one tonight. So,
and if you have to struggle, this is a good way to struggle.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's for sure.
All right, well, tonight's winner of the $3,000 Strawberry Dash, Brian Ellenberger.
The owners and the drivers. As they come around turn 4, go ahead and stand up for your last time tonight. Wave your hats, bring them down the front straightaway with all the noise you got. Let them hear that sound as the drivers wave to you in the grandstands. The 4 abreast, salute to the grandstands. Yes, sir, great crowd. Love the noise, love the sound, and they love to see the action in the grandstands. You realize how much that does to every driver out there to pump them up, get them excited.
White flag one more time before we go green flag racing. Getting high in turn 1. Joey Saldana, Blake Face, Jason Johnson, Vinny the Dude. Yellow. 55W of Mike Wagner, looping it in turn number 2. Gary Wright, Kenny Jacobs, Flying Ryan Flynn, Greg Hotnett, Byron Reed, Chad Kamina. Kelly Kinzer, Mark Keegan, and Mike Wagner. And you feel we're going green. Green flag, back out. Craig Delansky goes to the high side. Meanwhile, checking out, moving on up. Joey Saldana. Delansky on the high side. Yellow, Terry McCarl. flag coming back out. Joey Saldana, Blake Fuse, Jason Johnson. Look at Craig Delansky go. Traffic begins to play a role. Ten to go, 10 more to go. Well, Jeff Shepard, and he is climbing out of the car. So, Jeff Shepard appears to be okay. Well, the white flag out. We're going to go green. Next time around, 16 laps are in the books. Just 9 more times around for Joey Saldana to make it a 2 in a row. Wasowski going to try the high side of Jason Johnson. Saldana, Feast, Johnson, Wasowski, Delansky. 5 to go. Here comes Wasowski on the outside of Johnson. Taking over third. Yellow, 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 yellow. The green 3 more laps to go.
a break. Blake Feast had the Mulligan car securely locked in second place. Something appears to have broke on the front of that car. White flag coming out for Joey Saldana. Joey Saldana evidently didn't see the checkered flag. Saldana gets the win. Lasoski second. Good run for Jason Johnson to come home in third. Craig Delansky fourth. And Todd Gracie fifth. That's your top five. I'm going to turn it down to Jack on track side as he heads down to talk to tonight's winner, Joey Saldana. His 58th career win with the All-Stars.
Well, right now we're talking about the year 2001, and 2 in a row is a difficult situation anywhere, especially at East Bay Raceway when you have this kind of talent on board. So racing fans, as he comes around now to the front of the car, how about putting your hands together? Brownsburg, Indiana, 2 in a row for Joey Saldana. Come on up, Joey. Go on up in the middle of the car. Get you up here and talk at you for a second. Because racing fans, he did a great job. I know a lot of photos in here. Once again, I want to say congratulations. Joey Saldana, one big win at Volusia County, 2 in a row here at East Bay. What a great way to start 2001.
Yeah, I tell you what, we qualified 6th, and that made the big difference tonight. And if I would have qualified 7th, the way the track is, it was tough to pass. And even Danny Lasoski had trouble passing. You know, them guys fell out. And I thought at the end there he was going to do something, but luckily he didn't do nothing, and we held it off and won again for Himsaw and National Roadside Assistance.
All right, Joey, tell us about the racetrack. Is this really absolutely the fastest? The car's running wide open all the way around?
I can tell you I'm running wide open, and you know, every now and then you got to breathe a little bit just to keep from spinning the wheels, but it seems like when the tracks gets greasier and greasier as the night gets longer, and the night before it wasn't near as bad as it is tonight, because last night I run a 12 and tonight I run a 10, so who knows what it's going to be tomorrow. It seems like it's changing every night, but it'll definitely be hopefully a better race tomorrow.
Well, Joey, congratulations once again, leading the points after 2 nights of racing. Ladies and gentlemen, Indiana's Joey Saldana.